Okay, part 3, final video about the whole young lady, my trans life, whatever. And the part that I left off, hopefully I won't get interrupted anymore so I don't have to get the hell back up. I'm still fighting this headache. Alright, so as I was saying, you know, the current administration, as of last year, was trying to get all transgender people out of the military. He has denied them the right to serve. Alright? Now, me and a vet was talking yesterday while I was at class, so I'm not going to hone in on that because all vets, regardless of how we are discharged, or if we die in service, we aren't treated properly. I didn't get to serve the way I wanted to serve, and if I had it my way, my ass was healthy, I'd still be serving right now. Let's just leave that right there. You know, I would rather be serving and actually have a job than be at home or struggling trying to find a job. And with my hip replacement, it almost makes it impossible for me to get a job. But the higher ups in the government believe that I only deserve $269 a month, and I have to work, I have bills to pay, and I can't get arrested getting a job. All right, you see the cluster conundrum that I'm in. Had to catch myself. That seriously was going to be an F-bomb. I am an independent filmmaker. I was an independent filmmaker before I joined the military. I joined the military because my heart was broken, and I'd rather die a soldier than some stereotypical black shit they're going to say. Even though I'm multicultural, I'm still going to be black because my birth certificate says black. And, you know, when you're colored, your stereotypes that people assume you are carry on to you in life and in death. So, that being said, no, as a person of multiculturalness, you know, everybody has their own issues that we have to deal with, but this affects us all. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. Yes, Coast Guard are military. I was a National Guard. I was a nasty girl, and I got hurt, and they didn't give me a full scan, so I didn't get a medical discharge because I gave myself a integrity check, and I really didn't want to go home. But bullets and beans cost money, and that's the long and short. So, you know, I went back to work. I lost my job at TJ Maxx due to a job at Jaunt that was promised to me, and they reneged on it, and then TJ Maxx wouldn't give my job back. Yes, I'm putting your asses out there. Little staffoos, you know, the red tape. So now I'm only getting 269 from the Army, and it's not even survival money. You know, honestly, Army, nobody who gets out of the Army should have anything less than $500 when you get out, regardless of how you got out. If you have an honorable discharge, or other than honorable discharge, if you have the balls to serve or the vagina to serve this country and die for this country, the least this country can do when you get out is give you no less than $500. And this ain't me being greedy. This is just a stated fucking fact. You know, a lot of veterans are in worse shape than me and are getting less than me. A lot of veterans are in better shape than me and are getting more money than me and the vets that are in worse shape. I have a big metal iron hip in my leg because I fell in a hole at Fort Benning, Georgia, which should have been paved. And instead of them giving me a whole physical and putting me through the MRI and all that, they gave me some X-rays and couldn't find anything and sent me back into training. Then it got re-injured, and that's pretty much the gist of that. Now back to the fact at hand. Our current administration, who probably will never serve, and probably none of his children will ever have to serve. They'll still have to register, because if you don't register at 18, that's a $2,000 fine and possible jail time or both. I made sure I registered when I was 18, and that was way, way more than 20 years ago because I'm 44 now. So apparently last year, the red-headed troll in charge, our current administration, have decided that, you know, if you transgender, you don't have the right to serve. If you are transgender in the military, or if you're transgender, don't even bother with trying to apply. Because he doesn't think that the military, one, should pay for your transgender assignment surgery. I got bad news for him. First off, the military does not pay for any kind of transgender assignment surgery that I know of. You know, that's some shit you got to do in your own time. But I believe You can't, whatever you go in as, you have to stay in as until you transition. And most people don't do that while they're in. They mostly do it when they get out, and then they can re-up and come back. But most of the time, they do the surgery either before they go in or after they get out. Because there was a veteran who went in as a man and transgendered out. After he got out, he transgendered. Now, I don't know if he went back in. I forgot his name. But he's a hero. But when he transgendered from male to female, everybody started putting him down and all this other bullshit, which is fucked up. Because, just because you change your gender does not change the history that you have made. And to that guy, I salute you. I know I'm using the wrong hand, sir. I apologize. Because he was a lieutenant. I've always been a private. I'll probably be a private until I die. But I'm laying on the hand I'm supposed to salute with because I have a fucking headache. So what you can't see back here is I'm actually massaging the back of my head. Anyway, the point is that the current administration doesn't want transgender people in the military. Now, me and my Marine fellow I was talking to yesterday, we got one thing that all vets will tell you. Freedom is not free, and somebody has to do it. All right? I'm not saying it's make you no more or less a man if you choose not to go or to go. But you need to know that the reason why we serve because it's necessary. It's not something that, we're going to jump up and say, oh, yeah, I want to go join the military. Look, the military ain't for everybody. But I will be honest. It is needed. No, as simple as that. It is needed. We serve because someone has to. Freedom is not free. And for every family who has lost a soldier, for every family who has not lost a soldier, for every soldier that's out there that has lost a friend that is a soldier, we know the risk going in. We serve because we have to serve. I serve so that my mom and my dad, who was alive at the time of me going in, could sleep at night. I serve for all you watching here on YouTube can sleep at night. That's what we all serve for. We serve for y'all. We don't just serve for our families or ourselves. It's not just a way of making money. But we serve because it is a necessary thing. Freedom is not free. And we need brave men and women who are willing to give up their lives for this country. Even in the bipartisan part of that, the country in return doesn't really give a flying fuck about us when we get the fuck out. I hate saying it that way, but it's the truth. I never had a problem with the military while I was in. But when I got out, it's like, okay, now I'm fighting all kinds of shit right now. And I'm not the only vet saying it, and I don't want to fight my country for some kind of benefits, But at the same time, I shouldn't have to. I'm more than willing to serve, And everybody who has signed their lineup and took that oath of service is more than willing to serve. We deserve something. And even transgender people who are more than willing to serve, should be able to stay in service. It's not fair that you decide, hey, we're going to kick y'all out because y'all don't know if y'all want to be women or men. That's not right. It doesn't matter if they want to be women or men. What matters is they signed their name on that line. They took the fucking oath of service. And that's what they have signed up for. Our God-given right to protect everyone can't be taken away from you because you decide, oh, well, I was born a man, but now I want to be a chick. So fucking what? You were willing to serve, you should be able to stay in. However, our current administration last year was against that. Now, I don't know how far that's gotten. I don't know if he's improving or helping us vets at all. But I will say this. If you're not a vet, if you don't have any vets in your family, before you condemn anyone for gender dysmorphia who want to serve in the military, are you trying to serve? Do you want to serve? Is your current administration the leader of the free world? Is any of his kids locked and loaded and ready to serve and die for any of you? Probably not, because when you come from money, most of the time people who come from money, except for the royals over in England, which was mandatory that they serve for 2 years, which Harry and his brother did serve for 2 years. So heads up to them, because they're royalty and they served in the military. So if the royals can serve, why can't other rich people serve? Why can't transgenders serve and stay in the military? It's the dumbest damn thing I've ever heard. Oh, you can't be in the service because you don't know if you want to be a woman or a man, so we want you out. But yet, regular women and men are allowed to stay in. Hey, fair's fair, man. If you're willing to die for me in this country, I'm willing to fight for you so that you can. I was in the Army. I didn't get to serve half of what I wanted to do because I got fucked up. It doesn't mean I didn't want to serve. It doesn't mean I didn't want to stay in. But getting a job when you get out is a pain in the ass for all these places. Oh, we're military friendly. Y'all lie on socks of shit. If that was the case, I'd have the jobs that I needed. That's not happening. But this ain't about me. This is about the current administration not wanting transgender people to serve in the military. Before I end this, let me end it with this. If you're willing to serve, whether you're a transgender, whether you suffer from gender dysmorphia, or whatever the hell it is, the issue is that the current administration does not want you in there for. Serve anyway. He can't stop you from serving. He don't have that kind of power. And if he doesn't like it, then tell him to lock and load. Instead of chasing Stormy Daniels' ass around, pick up a machine gun. Be seeing you.